funny. I wouldn't
because
find
he's
it
one of
amusing,
only
but it
two.
would be.
For those of you that aren't that familiar, since the chase started in 04, Matt Kenseth and Jimmy Johnson are the only two to make it every year.
Yes.
And I will say, unless they pick it up, current status quo, unless they pick it up, I could see that streak in jeopardy for Matt Kenseth.
Yeah, they've got some real issues going on, and I am concerned, especially since I'm in a pool for the entire season, and my best list has Matt Kenseth on it. So I am a little concerned. 11th is Greg Biffle. He's got about 6 points on Kenseth. In 11th, he's had. It's hard to read because this is not organized very well. He's had 3 top 5s and 5 top 10s in the season, but 2 DNFs. So to me, it seems kind of like he's got a bit of a feast and famine thing going on.
And my other thing with Greg Biffle is inconsistency. The races that he hasn't finished in the top 10, he has run terrible.
Yeah, and he's not. I haven't. The thing about Roush, besides like Kenseth at California, have not been bringing out cars that can win races. And that concerns me because Roush has always got cars that can win races.
Greg Biffle, Matt Kenseth, I said, he could miss it easily. Greg Biffle, also, I'm not surprised. I will not be surprised if he misses it. Yeah, he's had 5 top 10s, which actually surprises me. I didn't know it was that high, but he's just the races he's finished half the races not in the top 10, and he has just not showed up.
Well, and listen to this, okay? So Biffle's got 5 top 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 drivers ahead of him in points have less top 10s than him.
So that says a lot right there about the inconsistency.
Yeah,
that speaks volumes.
It's the feast and famine. It's the high mountain or high peaks and low valleys thing going on. 10th, and this is something I was not even aware of until Sunday, like Sunday afternoon. My dad said something. Is Ryan Newman? Where did he come from? When did he get in the top 10? He's got about 5 points on Biffle, and he's one of those guys. He's got 2 top 5s and 4 top 10s, but no DNFs.
I can see Ryan Newman.
And he's in front of Biffle, and he's in front of Biffle too.
See, and we've talked about this in previous weeks. I don't have that much confidence in Ryan Newman. He is on a very good team now, and we'll see what happens. Once again, like I said, with 12th and 11th, I will not be surprised if he misses the chase because I'm sorry, his track record the last couple of years is not that good, and I don't have that much confidence in him.
I'll say this though: if Stewart Haas is as good as you think they are, he will make the chase.
Yes.
I don't have if I have confidence in anything at Stewart Haas, I have confidence in Tony Stewart as a driver. I do not have confidence in the 39 team. Yet. I don't have confidence in the 14 team.
And you're saying of course, right?
I don't have confidence. Confidence is earned. I have confidence that Jimmy Johnson will win more races this year than I like because he's earned that. I don't have confidence in Newman's team. I don't have confidence in new teams. They have to earn the confidence by consistent excellence.
Yes. Yeah. And Newman, but once again, for what that team was, Newman, 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s to be 10th in points after 10 races, that's pretty decent start. And
Newman, part of it too was he had a great run at Richmond. He had a top 5 run, I believe. So that's a big part of it. 9th, going back to Roush Racing, is Carl Edwards. He's got about another 6 or 7 points on Newman. These guys are
close.
Yeah, they're really close to each other. He's only got 1 top 5. No, sorry, that's Boyer. He's got 2 top 5s and 4 top 10s, pretty much identical to Newman. Wait, hold on. No, sorry, I was right the first time. He's got 1 top 5 and 4 top 10s and 1 DNF. Carl Edwards has only 1 top 5 in 10 races this year. This is the guy that won 9 races last year. That comes. Like I was saying, that's what concerns me.
I will say this: Carl Edwards will make the chase.
I will say this: that he has the curse of being the preseason favorite. Everybody was picking him to win the championship. That's when you know a guy's not going to win the championship when everybody picks him.
He will agree that he will make the chase, though.
Man, that 1 top 5 really concerns me. That's not good. That's by far the lowest out of any guys in the chase. I'm looking at the next guys. There's a couple guys with only 2, but everybody else has got 3 or more top 5s. So that's what concerns me.
Arguably, it's all about you could do the slippery slope of if things were different with everybody, but he would have 2 if not for Talladega. But you can't. That's an invalid argument. You can't.
And that's an invalid argument, and he did that to himself. So I'm not giving that to him.
Yeah.
8th guy we've been actually supporting a lot this year is Clint Boyer. He's got this is the first big jump. It looks like not a big jump. Sorry, he's got about 8 more points on Edwards.
But
2 more top 5s.
So what does he have? 3?
He's got 3 top
So he's
fives and
used
4
half
top
of your
tens.
top fives that you allotted him about 4 weeks ago.
Yes. But
Clint
you
Boyer-
notice he hasn't had any since like Atlanta.
If it's possible for somebody to consistently be in chase contention and be quiet about it, that's him. Well, what you said a few weeks ago that we'll bring it back because we're talking about it, that impresses you is that brand new team, you didn't like that idea at all, and
I hated it.
He's doing pretty well though. Once again, you don't have confidence in the team yet, or do you?
No, but
He's on the way to earn it.
Here's the thing. Clint Boyer now has my confidence in him as a driver. I did not have that before. He has earned my confidence
because of what
in
he's
him
done this year.
Yes, because I think that's proving. I think what the whispers that I've heard is that the COT brings out the best in the drivers or the worst. If you're succeeding in the a driver makes a much bigger difference in the COT than it did in the old car. And if that's the case, then Boyer's looking like a hell of a driver.
And you know what else plays into that? Look at the 07. I mean, pre-team swap, look at the 07.
And
that was the same.
Look at the 07 post-team swap.
Well, but
Casey Mears sucks, and he's not gonna do anything in that car.
Doesn't that say something about Boyer though?
Yes, it does. And actually, what I'm thinking to myself is if that team is half as good as I thought it was when they were with Boyer, because that was my big opinion on them. The 07 car with Boyer in it was that it was him and that team that was so successful. Then Harvick should make a huge rebound by the end of the season with that team. But I might have misplaced my confidence in the team. My confidence should have been in the driver. Seventh, Boyer's teammate is Jeff Burton. He's got about 8 points on Boyer.
What is there, like 150 points between all these?
No, I'm sorry. I'm looking. Sorry, my bad. He's got like 40 on Boyer.
Oh, okay, that's still pretty close.
Yeah, 40 or 50. He's 184 out of the point lead. Boyer's 229. I keep looking at the wrong.
How many? What are Burton's? What's Burton's line?
2 top 5s, 5 top 10s, and no DNFs.
Jeff Burton will make the chase. I have no doubt.
I have confidence in his ability to weave through. I was concerned after California because they had a terrible car at California, but he's rebounded nicely, and he's had some good cars the last couple weeks.
Once again, I think you would agree, very quiet. Just very quietly up there.
You could say that, but then again, he made a lot of noise at Richmond. He made a lot of noise at Talladega, too. I mean, I remember watching both those races thinking myself.
Yeah, he's had 2 top 5s in a row, hasn't he?
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if he had top 5 at Talladega, but he had a good enough car to win at Talladega.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Making up 4 laps.
Yeah, it was 3 laps he made up, which
4.
is... No, it was 3.
Oh, was it? Oh, I thought it was
3.
4. Maybe I was thinking something else.
Yeah, it was 3. They were saying that was unheard of, though, or unheard of since restrictor plates. Yeah. In 6th, fell 3 spots after Richmond. Jimmy Johnson, he's got 23 points on Jeff Burton. He's one of the guys that's won a race. He's got 4 top 5s, 6 top 10s, and 1 DNF.
Jimmy Johnson's going to be fine.
If there's ever a lock in NASCAR, that's Jimmy Johnson will make the chase. Jimmy Johnson will finish top 10 in points. His history says he'll finish top 5 in points because he's never finished outside of top 5 in points.
That's impressive. The only thing I will say is, and we talked about this as we were watching the race Saturday night, he had a terrible race.
He had a bad day, but that's what they're saying about him at Richmond. He either wins or he has a terrible day. You know, at least let it be Richmond, because Richmond's not a chase track. If they put Richmond in the chase, he'd be screwed, or he'd win. Yeah. No, Johnson, pretty good season. Good season so far. 5th, Kyle Busch. He's got about 20 points on Johnson. He's got a pole and 3 wins and 4 top 5s and 4 top 10s and a DNF. And we already talked about him a little bit.
Yeah.
So I mean, we
inconsistent. He will make the chase though.
We support our statements from about 10 minutes ago. 4th is Denny Hamlin, and he's got 7 points on Kyle Busch, and no wins, only 2 top 5s and 4 top 10s, and yet
that speaks to the consistency.
That speaks to the fact that if he doesn't finish top 10, he finishes like 13th. You know, that's what that is.
Which I'll say it right now. If you finish 12th for 26 races, you will easily make the chase.
Yes. But you won't win the championship.
Well, yes, but we're talking right now about chase and whatnot. And Denny Hamlin, of the ones that I've mentioned, of being like quiet, if you will, is by far the quietest. Because I remember a couple weeks ago he was like 5th, and I was like, whoa, I forgot about him.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing though about Hamlin. I think if you're in the top 5 in points at any point in the season, you got to be thinking championship. You know, I mean,
I don't know how they are though.
You're telling me Denny Hamlin sitting in 4th is going, man, just get to the chase and we got these guys. But he doesn't have these guys.
Wait, I was gonna say, so you're agreeing with me then? You're saying that you don't think that they're thinking
No, they need to be thinking.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? If I'm top 5 in points at this point in the season, I'm thinking let's get to the chase because I'm not thinking am I gonna make the chase. I'm thinking I'm gonna make the chase